My boss had just learned that I had an OnlyFans, so I think he felt entitled and he came into my office.
I did OnlyFans, and at the time, it felt like it was empowering, like I was in control, like I was just...
It's that easy, but it's not. Like, it is, at the end of the day, a business, and it's run as a business.
Like, people think, like, oh, girls who are attractive can just start popping that online and they're going to make so much money. That's not true.
You see this girl on Instagram, you're like, oh, let me go to her OnlyFans so I can see more of her, I can talk to her, you know.
It's not a good feeling, but like I got used to like having it, but I know obviously eventually.
I haven't done it yet. I may do it. If this doesn't work out, probably I will do it. I would almost say definitely.
Let's get into it.
This is so shocking, folks. She made $3 million in 24 hours. One day.
I feel like everything was meant to be, and like low-key everything happened for a reason, and I couldn't be more grateful. This decision was very, very hard for me because, of course, I was thinking about it for, you know, right when I turned 18, I was like, what am I going to do? Of course, I didn't do it like right when I turned 18. You know, a lot of people, you know, say that to me, but that's not what I did. I waited, and I really tried to make sure this is what I wanted.
What's the nature of the content? Yeah, I mean, everybody's wondering, what exactly do you do and not do?
Just go find out. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell you the ending of the book. You know what I mean? Go try it if you want to. You don't have to.
Isn't this off topic, you ask? Nah, I think this is very much in bounds. Yeah, this is mixed in with all the other madness into this giant pot as we continue to get cooked. Yeah, this is just another addition to the mix.
Y'all make this make sense to me. A child YouTube star, okay, turns 18 and goes on Only OF, you know, and makes $1 million in like her first hour or two, according to the memes I just read, and $3 million in her first day, 2.9 to 3.4 million. And I'm not questioning her right or ability to be able to do that. Women, do whatever the hell you want, okay? It's your body. You want to show it off. You want to do that, make money off of it, go do it. I've never been on OnlyFans, so I don't know if they make money from ads or if there's another way for them to make money, but that's not my issue. She's 18, she's apparently an adult, and she can do whatever the hell she wants. My issue is with how she made all that money, okay? Dudes. There's no way she made $3 million off of dudes her age, 18-year-olds and stuff like that on there. No, this is from older men. And were you like watching her before she was freaking 18? Just waiting for her to turn 18? So, I don't know, man. That just seems suspect to me. I'm not calling anybody specific out, but that just seems awfully suspect to me. But it is what it is, man. Y'all hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think about it. Peace and hair grease. I gotta get to work.
Man, a lot of men camped out in that sunken place. He's right, man. This can't be young men to where she could make this amount of money. So it's got to be a certain age bracket. Crazy. This is a cautionary tale right here, man. Try not to find yourself there. That's ridiculous, man. I don't know what could help solve this. There's a certain type of help you need for this. Is there any help for this? That may be another question in itself. Yeah, that barely legal fetish. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Is it shameful for women to be involved in that?
No.
Yes. Do you live on planet Earth?
I don't think it's shameful.
Industry, just like selling drugs, you shouldn't do it.
I think that what we have to acknowledge is that the women who can pretty much only do that are going to do it, and it's fine. I just don't want everyday decent women to be flooding into this chasing after money because they're not going to get what they're seeking.
I think he's saying like setting up the average woman up for success. I think what he's saying is I think a lot of the women in this industry give a false or delusional experience to the average woman that might be curious about getting into it instead of giving the good, the bad, and the ugly, as he said earlier.
Wow, that's crazy. And let's stop for a second and focus in on that $131 a month, that $1,570 a year. You could make that in fast food in certain areas in 1 to 2 weeks, bro. That's crazy that you're on there and this is what your average person is making. And this is something a lot of these women don't realize when they go into this. Because of what they're seeing online, they all think they're just going to be making that bank, getting to that bag. The numbers don't lie, man. That's crazy. But you know what? I pulled these figures up a couple of days ago. So maybe it got better from then till now. But I doubt it's by much.
Model who decided to become an officer in a prison for only one reason: to shoot content. She goes by the name of Officer De Souza, aka Officer OnlyFans. We'll be working in a unit with inmate Wyrick, a non-violent convicted felon doing 4.5 years for a burglary. We step to Wyrick and say, listen, my husband and I are swingers. We've come up with a genius idea. I'm gonna bring in anything you want, cell phones, substances, whatever y'all need. We'll split the money 50-50 and we'll shoot content and we'll split that 50-50. It's like Santa Claus just came into this man's unit. Okay, but as we all know, consequences come with everything you do. You can do anything you want in life as long as you accept the consequences that come with it. And these consequences turned out to be violence, extortion, more prison time, and a child that got its skull fractured. After it was all done, Officer OnlyFans would get 15 months in prison, and inmate Wyrick would end up beaten while he's holding his child in the visitation room, and the child, who's only 3 months, would end up falling with him, getting his skull cracked, putting him in a situation of extortion, no more family visiting, no more family contact, and knowing that the person that not only beat him up, but also had his kid's skull cracked, is living in a cell right next door.
Now, in life, we understand that there's folks that took morals, balled that up like a bunch of tissue and threw it in a basket, right? On some swish type of stuff, right? We understand that. But the sad part of this is when you hear that there's a child involved, because they have no choice in this. You know, they didn't ask to be brought into this. So when you hear that a child is involved in this madness, you know, it's kind of like a sad state, and you can't help but wonder, you know, and you can't help but feel sorry for, you know, the life that's been brought into this mess. And this is why I continue to say, man, not everyone is meant to be a parent. Let's say, even if she made a change from this later on, you know, in her future, this is always going to be a part of your past, man. You are never going to escape this moment and this point in your life. This is with you. Of course, people can change. But man, this is crazy, man.
I'm just like, because I know I'm doing it for like, for men that are on there, like waiting to like see. So it just, it's not a good feeling. But you've numbed yourself to it. Yeah, you're basically soulless. Yeah, that's what that means. Like I got used to like having it, but I know obviously eventually along the road I'll close it. Like when I get married and have kids, like, you know, I'll close it because I don't want to like have kids still go in my room. The amount of delusion is crazy. So she'll just close it. Yeah, eventually I'll close it. When she's having kids and gets married. Yeah, it'll be just a pass, and she'll be able to just move on. You know, it's not going to affect her kids or her life in any way past that.
Obviously, I was doing it, so who am I to be like, why are girls on OnlyFans? And even with a child, I have a 4-year-old, and I still had it. Obviously, being a mom, went through something so traumatic that I really sat with myself, and I'm just like, I think that I do have to do like a change, a really big change in my life, and I think that was one of them for some reason. I think OnlyFans was really like in the back of my head where I'm just like, it just doesn't, like, I felt it in my stomach. I'm like, it just does not feel right. And I think
what is this podcast?
That's a part of my testimony. So I think that's why I quit it.
That's what I'm saying, man. I think something happens with you mentally as you keep doing this, and then you end up not even thinking straight and being in your right mind, because you don't realize certain things have repercussions and consequences. Yeah, you gotta be delusional to think that you're just gonna come out of this and it's not gonna affect your everyday life as you try to move on and separate yourself and distance yourself from it. You really can't, because it's out there too. Yeah, it can always be pulled up. Someone can always see it. That is your reality.
That's what amazes me about OnlyFans too, is that some girls don't even show like nudity at all.
Well, because
I mean, like, that's a thing, right?
That is a thing. Like OnlyFans.
What the fuck are the guys paying for at that point?
I mean, because OnlyFans can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be.
Why do guys just pay for like bikini pics? I don't get that.
I think
just go on IG.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's accessible. I really don't.
Right. I mean, there's so many of them.
What it is, it's curiosity.
It's curiosity, and then also
with that
like
specific person.
Yeah,
I guess, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because you can sit there and have a conversation with me. You know, like you don't get that just from going on Instagram. You see this girl on Instagram, you're like, oh, let me go to her OnlyFans so I can see more of her. I can talk to her.
At that point, man, you just have to get out. You know, just get out there and try to meet some people. that in the end is a better payoff than you spending money and you're not even seeing anything. I mean, just what, the strike up of friendship so you feel like you have a relationship with these people? They don't care, they're just farming you for that money. And I feel like most men that do this realize this, and they're just okay with this. Yeah, that's sad, man. I don't want to call it pathetic. I almost want to.
Here's a guy who's running for governor. Look what he wants to do with OnlyFans. Go ahead, Rob.
And so if I'm governor of Florida, if I'm elected on August 18th, 2026, as the Republican candidate to succeed Ron DeSantis, we're passing a 50% tax on all OnlyFans income. And guess what? For Sophie Rain, who is a proud resident of Florida, that means she's going to have to pay $42 million. $42 million, Charles, to the state of Florida, which I'm going to use for two purposes. We're going to increase public school teacher pay, and we're going to improve school lunches, something that Michelle Obama promised and never got around to. And so if I'm governor...
So guess what? This gets out there, and guess who responds to it, Rob? I send you the tweet. So she responds, go to the next one. She responds on the top right, go a little bit closer to the top right. Sounds like you subscribed and got buyer's remorse after dropping your annual salary on an OnlyFans girl.
Damn.
He responds, Sophie, pay your taxes or quit OnlyFans. Those are your choices. I'm running for governor of Florida to stop smart and capable women like you from being exploited by that disgusting platform.
Bro said, nah, you gonna pay up. Nah. We ain't about to sit back and just let you run it up. Yeah, we need a cut of all of that. Yeah, we don't care what you are, bro, or who you are. Yeah, we gonna need some of that money. And personally, hey, I'm not against it. You know, hey, gotta pay your taxes, right? We all got to. Man, it's crazy because you get that response because she knows you dudes can't help yourselves. You're gonna keep hitting that up and paying up. You cannot break that cycle. She knows it. I mean, she's straight up saying it to your face, man. I feel like this should have an impact on you, but it doesn't. But I feel like at that point, man, it's beyond what just anyone could tell you, man. You need some structured help. Yeah, you need some real help with professionals to help free you from that.
True or false, OFM is saturated in 2026.
False. Lazy execution is saturated. The business model isn't.
True or false, you need experience to start OFM.
False. You need motivation and consistency, not experience.
True or false, OFM is easy money.
False. It's simple, not easy. Most people quit early.
True or false, you need a big social media following for OFM.
False. OFM is outreach and management, not clout.
True or false, OFM still works in 2026.
True, but only for people who treat it like a business.
True or false, OFM can be learned from random clips online.
False. Random clips create random results.
True or false, contracts matter in OFM.
True. No contracts means no control.
True or false, most people fail at OFM because it's too hard.
False. They fail because they're inconsistent.
True or false, you can scale OFM without systems.
False. You'll burn out fast.
True or false, waiting longer makes starting OFM easier.
False. Waiting only builds hesitation.
Bro's out here answering questions like he's got the game figured out. The number one man you need to go to for the advice, bro. He got it all sewn up. This is the state of things, man. This is where we're at right now, man. Yeah, they got savvy dudes out there, bro. They know the game. They got the tips and the tricks. What do you need to know? How bad do you want it? How hard are you willing to push? It's all up to you. All right? It's all in your hands. Yeah. We're El Cooked. That's Spanish for cooked, by the way. Oof. Ugh, that's rough. Then homie dipped off when he realized it had no legs and it was going nowhere. Bet she didn't know that was gonna happen.
If you turn freshly 18 and you instantly hopped on the OnlyFans to make money, I have a very hard time feeling bad for you. And it's not that I don't want you to win. It's not that I don't want to see you making money. It's not that I look down on people that make money that way. It's just like, damn, you didn't even give McDonald's a try. And I'm not even trying to advocate for McDonald's. I'm just saying, like, You feel me? You didn't even give the 9-to-5 life. You didn't even give college a try. You feel me? Like, freshly 18, you get out of high school. You don't go to college. You don't get a job. You go to OnlyFans? What? And don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's decent money. It's a decent way to make money. But it's like, you didn't want to try to build a career first? Because once you start OnlyFans, like, I'm not saying you can't have a career, but it's very hard to have a career for people to take you serious when they see that.
Build a career? Who got time for all that, man? The career could be built overnight. What are you talking about, man? Just start up the account, shoot videos, bro. We in the millions, bro. We running it up. We getting the bag, bro. Nobody building nothing, man. We ain't got time to build no career. Nah, we overnighting this, man. We getting it overnight. Building a career and taking years, bro. That's just for dummies. We're not doing that.
It isn't an easy mode. It's never like people think like, oh, girls who are attractive can just start popping that online and they're going to make so much money. That's not true. You know, if you have an audience already, if you already have a following, then yeah, you could probably do decently well because you're already known. But if you're just a regular Joe who sits at home and does a 9-to-5 and has no following, starting is never gonna work for you. It's just not. And I feel like we need more of this. We need more de-influencing because it's not a good thing.
Bro, why does it sound like that's such an easy decision to make? It's like a quick consideration, yo. I'm about to get naked, bro, for the world and just get paid. I'm considering doing that. It's just like, man, we're just so desensitized that, I mean, people consider this option like it's just nothing. It's just another avenue, man. Just another job. You know, hey, another grind we can get to that money. It's crazy that it's something that's just easily considered nowadays, man. What a time we're in. Yeah, we're not trying to hear how you're not gonna go crazy on there. If you want people to keep paying up, people are just gonna expect to see a little bit more. That's just how it works. Yeah, stop lying to yourself that you're not gonna do as much. Yeah, we know it's some out there that don't have to show anything, but I'm pretty sure your average creator is gonna have to show more to keep the engagement as time goes on. It's just how it's gonna keep rolling. That's just how it is.
Can I clarify something for some of these girls? You realize a lot of them are getting paid to escort through their OnlyFans to be famous and also to wash the money.
What does that mean?
If you were to hire me, for instance, like if I was a hooker, you can be like, oh, I'm going to give you cash. And then the girl will be like, no. I want to make sure that my bank shows that I make money. Pay my OF, tip me $1,000. And then government gets their percentage. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they know that y'all ain't really making money on there. And so this is just another avenue for them. You know what I'm saying? Just pluck y'all out of there. Some trafficking services, you know, do a little bit of escorting for a fee. Because you need the money anyway, bro. You ain't doing it like that. Yeah, they know this. And she's giving up the game right here, bro. So all you're really doing is advertising that you're offering escort services. That's what this sounds like. Yeah, most of you are escorting, huh? All right, yeah. Now we know.
All you gotta do is put your tits on the internet. It's that easy, but it's not. Like, it is, at the end of the day, a business. And it's run as a business and you have to save for tax. And if you're earning in the top tax bracket, you get taxed 40% of what you earn, plus 10% for GST if they're not outside of Australia. So
half your money is gone.
Half your money is gone. So you could be earning really nice 6 figures, but they're going to take half of it. And the ATO is fucking relentless. Literally when I got this tax bill, and it was about $200,000, and if I scraped together everything I had at the time, because there were other things that I'd had to pay for and like other things that had gone on, I was still going to be short by about 50 grand. And I was like, this is fucking morbid, but I was like, I get why people kill themselves because of financial issues, because I'm like, I cannot see a way out. Like, I just can't. And I was never been so fucking stressed in my life.
Remember, ladies, you're running a business. So they're going to treat you like a business. Just something to keep in mind. We don't want to see lockup, the OF version. Or maybe we do. Sounds like it might be a good show. I don't know. Maybe.
What's one thing you wish you could undo? For me, it's OnlyFans. Yep. I did OnlyFans. And at the time, it felt like it was empowering. Like I was in control. Like I was just, I don't know. I really was just following the wave. Makes me sick to my stomach when I think about it. Me putting myself out there, jeopardizing my safety, my image, my body for weirdos, stalkers, men who literally didn't see me as nothing but a fantasy. You know what they don't tell you is that the platform is going to affect your reputation. It's going to make dating feel impossible. And the men that do date you, they're going to treat you like trash. 9 times out of 10, they don't even see you as real. They just see you as content. And the money, babe, is not what they promised. I promise I've made just as much, if not more, posting on social media. No performing, no stripping, no regrets. If I could go back, I would not do it. And if you're a young girl thinking about it, please don't. You're worth more than clicks, likes, and subscriptions.
Cautionary tales. And there's a few of them out there right now. Yeah, and I'm sure the number's going to keep growing. But the fact remains, you can never take it back. It's out there now. It's in the clouds, bro. We can always see it. It's been leaked. I'm sure some people have it saved up somewhere. This is a part of you now. Like, really, the ones who haven't pulled this trigger are the ones who are in a good spot, because you still have a chance to not go ahead with it. Are you going to be another one of these? And really, at that point, we don't care. We're not trying to hear you. We've already heard this. There's been plenty before you. Yeah, we don't want to see you shooting that video for us. The same type of video. We don't. Yeah, just do yourself a favor and just not make that decision. But really, at the end of the day, it's your choice. What do I care, right?
My boss had just learned that I had an OnlyFans, so I think he felt entitled, and he came into my office and he told me exactly what he wanted to do to me. It was that exact moment I realized I needed a change, and I needed to focus on what really mattered.
Well, eventually, this is what you're seen as. You're just an object. This is what you put out there. Men are visual creatures. I mean, you allowed men to see you in that state, so you can't really blame them if that's all they think when they see you. That's all they want from you. That's all you're good for. Yeah, this is all on you. These were your choices. I can never blame a man for being a man. I can never do too much of that. That's how we're wired. May sound rude, but that's just what I think.
Imagine going to school and your entire class has seen your mom naked. That is exactly what happened to this poor little 13-year-old boy. His mother was running an OnlyFans account and she promoted it on her public Twitter. And guess what happened? The students of the school, they all found out. The classmates, they downloaded everything, shared it in group chats, printed it on screenshots, pinned them to the lockers. The boy had panic attacks in the middle of class. And guess what the mother said? It's just another job. It's like working at a bank. But guess what? The bullying never stopped. Imagine his mom spread over all of these strangers' phones. It's horrible. Poor boy. Can you imagine your mom doing this? Because I sure as hell cannot. Look, I don't care what you women want to do with your life. You have freedoms, you have choices, but every single choice you make has a consequence, whether you put it on the internet or not. But if you do, the internet has memory. It lives forever. And if you decide to post videos of yourself naked, remember this. One day, you might have kids and they will see it. The whole world will see it and it will damage them for life. That is the most selfish behavior imaginable. You are going to destroy them. So here's the truth here. You either don't have kids or you quit what you're doing because they don't deserve to be hurt. And no, it is not like a bank job. Kiss my rear. It is not even close.
It already tells me enough about you when you can't stop to think about what this might mean, especially when you have kids. Just that alone speaks volumes. If you're not able to stop and think what this might mean for your kids, if this gets out there, unless you think that it's never going to get out there and they would never see it or hear about it, which is already delusional on your part. If you think that won't get out to them eventually, just a matter of time. Yeah, if you're not capable of thinking like that, bro, I mean, that just already says enough about you and who you are. And that you're probably not a fit parent and you probably don't need to have kids. That's just a fact. You know, you're so careless and selfish that you would place this burden on them. You know, when they get out there and they have to keep hearing about this, you know, they're probably going to see the pictures at some point. Like, why would you want to put this on your kids and have them deal with something like that? It's already hard enough trying to grow up, you know, for these kids, especially now with all the bullying, like the different ways in which they could get that online, in person, at school. Like, why would you do that to your kids? Just selfish and irresponsible.
Whoever added this TikTok feature, I will be publicly executing them immediately. Apparently you can subscribe to creators to see exclusive content from them on TikTok. This just sounds like a kid-friendly version of OnlyFans, bro. Like, I really want to know, who are these 2,000 people who are paying this girl $11 a month? The gooners living in their parents' basement are gonna be having a field day with this shit. Yo, I want my 2021 TikTok back, bro. Like, this is some bullshit.
Well, OnlyFans is just a start. I'm sure there's gonna be copycats, bro. There's gonna be people out there trying to copy the formula in different types of ways, you know, whether it's in minimal ways, like whichever way they could try to pull that off, you know, and get some of that, because they know it's a lot of money over there, you know. So this is par for course right here, man. This is where we're heading. And you can just hope that someone could just put a stop to this before it's too late.
Let me explain something to you. I don't even have to know you personally. If I find out you do this, I don't care who you are. You could be anywhere in the world. If I find out you do this, I am going to fly you out. I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to fly you out to my home. I'm going to cook for you, and I'm going to have a whole ass interview with you. Because I need to know how down bad you are to do this. This is crazy. Like, this, in 2026, this is absolutely wild. Do not let me find out you do this. I'm booking the flight if I find out you do this. Crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook for you is crazy. We're not doing all of that. But yeah, you dudes really need intervention, man. Yeah, you know, one of those rooms, you know, those scenes where you walk into a room, there's a bunch of people waiting on you, right? One of them intervention scenes. Yeah, y'all need one of those bad. Like, if you're to this point, if you're doing this, well, you need forced help. No, we ain't letting you make the decision, bro. This shit gotta be forced, man. There's issues, bro. You got to be helped. You can't help yourself. Using Klarna is crazy. That is wild, bro. That's a new part of it right there, bro. Yeah, this is a different plot twist to it.
Breaking news! $7.2 billion flowed through OnlyFans in 2024, but some of the people doing the work earn under $2 an hour. A woman in the Philippines told the BBC she spends 8-hour shifts 5 days a week, posing as a model in subscriber chats for a third-party agency. The platform says its business relationship is solely with creators, not the agencies or workers behind them. A union representing these chatters warns that without regulation, workers have no direct protections and face-mounting sales targets set by agencies they cannot challenge.
Yeah, spreading at an alarming rate. They're trying to have everybody doing this, bro. I mean, they got women out there doing it for pennies, bro. That's crazy, man. This is where we're currently at. Yeah, it's about to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. If it ever does.
Foreign OnlyFans models are now getting preferential treatment when it comes to their visa application to enter the United States under a little-known program called Extraordinary Talent. Now, this was implemented back in the 60s in order to, bring in brain surgeons and rocket scientists and amazing artists and sculptors and people that are really going to add to the cultural fabric of America. And now, under the Trump administration, 18,000 applications for OnlyFans models has been approved. And yeah, so the Christian savior of American Christianity, Donald J. Trump himself, the guy who is known for, walking in on beauty pageants with underage girls half naked or completely naked, according to some reports, is now pushing the OnlyFans models to be able to come to the United States. And, people who are like brain surgeons, rocket scientists, engineers, they got to pay $100,000 to get in. But if you spread your legs in front of a camera for money, you get moved straight to the front of the list. You can't make this stuff up.
If this indeed is true, you all say it with me now. Cooked. There is a comment section. If you have any thoughts, any opinions, you could leave them there. This has been it for this one. Until the next one.